Ooh, here's a Chromecast.
Okay.
What games did you find? So what games did you find?
It's on the 360.
Sweet.
Becky, you ready? All right.
Flip Life family, how the heck are you? Was that obnoxious? That's what I was going for, good. Anyway, so finally in North Carolina, my part of the state at least, it was good enough for people to have yard sales. And I was certainly out there to find them because I've been waiting so long. It seems like it's just stayed colder here for the longest time. Now, normally what I would do, I would show you everything individually and tell you what I paid for it and what I can make off of it and show you a graphic of solds. But that's a lot of editing and my time is so short. So I'm gonna just turn the camera around, show you everything. If there's a story to it, I'll tell you about an average what I believe it will sell for and just make this faster. So let's be digestible and quick and show you these goods. So let's get right down to it. Here's a long line of things I found. Had a really good weekend. The first thing is first. The grail of my yard sale experience that I have never found. Yard darts. Now you can't sell these on eBay because they're illegal. They are a metal tipped dart that people would throw into a ring. However, because of all the injuries, they're illegal to sell. I just have always wanted to find these because people post on social media, like in Facebook groups, how many times they find them and how cool they are. Yay, I found yard darts. Finally, I found some. Paid $2. I guess I'll play the game. Maybe you can list it on Facebook. I doubt it, but this is a personal grail for me. Next, I found these Uniden Walkie-Talkies, two-way radios. These were 50 cents and they go for about $25. There was no model information on the front. If you ever run into something like this, what you can do is usually pop off the battery clip, and I've got one hand and can't do it right now. Slide down the battery bay, and inside you should be able to find model information if you ever need to look up something to see what they go for, if it's worth the buy or not. So I like that for 50 cents, going for 25. Same yard sale, I found this. I thought, I was looking very quickly, didn't have anything to test it with. I thought it was a sterling silver turquoise turtle bracelet, but I believe it's just copper. But for 50 cents, maybe the girlfriend will wear it. She likes turtles, she likes turquoise. It's a gift. Next, I found a pair of Chucks. For the right price, I will pick up Chuck Taylors. They tend to go for about $25 or less, depending if you're shipping for free or not. They're clean in this case. The sole had a lot of life left in them. Really depends on the condition, the rarity, the design of some of these, but a nice pair of clean white Chucks I will take for $1 any day. That is my other microphone. Did not find this. This is just another option to be able to hear me. At the same yard sale with the Chucks, I found this Jurassic Park Stegosaurus. I just took a shot at this. Now, me being a toy guy, when it comes to some toy lines, I don't know everything about them. All I see usually are really big Jurassic Park dinosaurs go for a lot of money, depending on what it is, if it's in the box or not. I figured I would take a shot for 50 cents. Mr. Stegosaurus only goes for $5. It's a bust. Maybe he'll go on my shelf. I'm not like a dinosaur fan or anything, but I have a dinosaur now. However, be on the lookout for big Jurassic Park dinosaurs. And you can tell if it's Jurassic Park because there'll be the logo on the foot or markings like that. Always check. So here's something too. Most toys will have markings of the maker so you can get an idea of who made it or whatever on their inside thigh, on their foot, places like that. Sometimes they'll be on the belly, like he has a product number or model number or something, if you can see that number right there. I know the GoPro doesn't focus at all, so anyway, look on the belly or the foot or inside thigh when it comes to toys. Now this was kind of a big find. I paid $10 for this crate of vintage vinyl. And we have, is this the Who? We've got Who. I about said Van Halen. I mean Led Zeppelin. Is this another, who's this? Is this Billy Joel? I don't know. I don't know music very well. Anyway, I know vinyl is hugely popular and there are only vinyl sellers, or there are vinyl only sellers out there that know more of what they're buying than I do. So here, let's just show you like this. But I think this is a big time suck because to find out what's rare or what's collectible, you need to look on the inside of the vinyl. Like some of the things printed on the inside, like right. Well, this is hard to do with one hand. I'm sorry, guys. You need to look around the inside of some of these because some of these things are rare and you need to grade them. So vinyl, I'm not so sure about. I picked it up because it was 10 bucks. I'm sure I can get more than that. I'm not sure how much, but that was an exciting find. It was like the end of the day at a yard sale too. There's so much stuff. There's Clapton in here. I don't even know some of this stuff. I knew probably some of you guys want to see all of it, but Cheech and Chong. But we ain't got time for all that. If anybody is interested in vinyl or we got Rolling Stones. If you're interested in vinyl or know more about it, message me and we can talk about it. Maybe you can help me find something, or if you'd like to purchase it, maybe we'll do that. Next, I found this bag of Rage. This is a werewolf trading card game. It's kind of like Magic the Gathering if you're familiar with that. Pretty much, I would see an unopened deck of these. Comps were going for 25. I paid 50 cents for a deck, which is 60 cards, and about 70 or 80 loose cards. I have these listed already for about, I think, $20 with shipping or best offer. Paying 50 cents, the margin is so high. I'm gonna get something out of that. Kids, now when I find DVDs, I'm usually looking for horror or something that's like, hey, this is a classic. If you've never seen this movie, it's pretty rough. As far as like, it's just gratuitous. I watched this in 1995 when it came out. I had to be, what, a teenager, 15, 16 years old? 16 years old, 17 years old. And in the same room with my mother, who wasn't paying attention, she was doing some type of paperwork for her business. And I was like, should I be watching this? Like everybody was talking about it at school. But anyway, long story short, it's pretty gross, but it's a really hyper-realistic movie. It sells for about $14. I already sold it. I listed it for $9.99 plus shipping. Shipping media mail, I paid 50 cents as well. I mean, the margin is great on this. Already sold. I got a free bike seat for helping a dude move a cabinet into his garage. I needed one for my bike. So that's a free $30, $40 saved, I think. Went to a restore and found this model Cadillac Eldorado for $8. Never been touched. Models can sell well if they've never been touched. Even the ones that have been put together, you can get a little bit for, but definitely still in the bag and sealed. Goes for about $30. I've got a friend of mine who's all into models and RC cars and things like that. I bet he would buy it and I could save on some fees. Also at the same yard sale that I got the free bike seat, I got this unused laser printer for $15. I think that's readable. Goes for about, I think, 40 to 60. Paperwork, the discs, everything unused. Love that kind of flip. Now, I said I wouldn't do clothes very much more, but I think I've narrowed it down to things like hats and t-shirts, maybe some outerwear and some jeans. I'll stick within that realm and I think I'll be okay and a little more, less stressed about it. So I found a stack of hats. We have, actually this did not come from that sale. This came from the same one as the Stegosaurus and the Chucks. These sports related fitted hats. I think we got some snapbacks in here. Hornets are popular right now because one of the Ball brothers are playing for them. Now you see that circle, that is where a sticker used to be. A lot of guys like to wear their hats with the stickers and the tags still on them. I don't really wear flat brim hats. I don't understand that. However, I thought I could wash this out because this was much more prominent. And I've washed it a little bit. I believe it's sun stained or bleached a little bit. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to come out. If you've got any tips on how to remove that or clean it in any way, if that is possible, I would love to know. I thought it was a good buy until I noticed that was there. Maybe it won't be as great of a sell or a flip as I thought. It is a Mitchell & Ness. We're going to try it anyway. And I think this is Pittsburgh Pirates. Another fitted hat. When you buy hats, you got to think about how much it takes to clean them if they're dirty. Check out the sweatband. If you see some white marks from being sweaty, you will have to clean that. You can easily scrub it out with some soap and water. Don't put these in the washer because you need to make sure you maintain the flatness of the cardboard or the plastic in the bill. But they are cleanable. Most of my hats I sell for $15 free shipping, and that usually moves them pretty quickly, depending on what the brand is and what the design is, things like that. This came from, I think all of this came from one spot too. I got these hats. They're fishing related, so Columbia, Costa, Cryptek, I think it is, Hook, Salt Life, which you can probably see here, it's needing to be cleaned. See that black line right here? That's just where it's been wet. We'll have to clean that guy. Another Hook, Calcutta, snapback trucker hat deal, Guy Harvey. Always get Carhartt. Carhartt will usually sell fairly quickly. And Pelagic, I'm not sure how you say that. Got all those for $2 a piece, and this stack of clothing, which I said, will you take 20 for everything? So I got this for free. Pair of these, I believe you would call them vintage yellow tab, or excuse me, orange tab, Levi's. So silver tab and orange tab, take a look for those. They will sell fairly quickly in my experience. Shouldn't have bought these Vulcan shorts. They're ladies' Vulcan shorts. Vulcan's pretty expensive anyway, but didn't mean to have these in the pile. I was just grabbing because everyone was around me grabbing too. But maybe I can sell these for $15 free shipping. Calcutta t-shirt, Guy Harvey, another Guy Harvey, and a Carhartt extra large tall. Carhartt's expensive, so people will buy that for a pretty good price. I would say, what, $20 free shipping maybe? 20 bucks for all that. Hats will go for $15 free shipping. Like I said, I've already sold a couple of those. These hats go elsewhere. The jeans, maybe $15, $20 free shipping as well. Might be pretty heavy. Anyway, moving on. This you probably saw in the earlier footage. I found a sealed Batman 1989 VHS. Prices are all over. There are graded copies that have sold for $600. I don't know how truthful that sell is. It might have sold, but they never paid. Now, the grading of VHS, that conversation has been going on for a while. People are doing it, and there was a company, IGS, that I believe has most of the graded copies of VHS tapes out there. There was some talk about them shill-bidding their own items to kind of get their name out there. There was like a $10,000 Super Mario Brothers VHS that had sold, and a lot of the solds really high were the same company. The background was kind of the same, like the same picture, or excuse me, like the grass and like they were like a deck or something they were in. Makes me just wonder how legit it is. However, me being a comic book fan and a card collecting fan, CGS, which is one of the biggest comic grading companies out there, are hiring for VHS graders. So if they're going to get into the market, that's going to boost sales and popularity. So still look for VHS. It was kind of a fad last year, died down a little bit. A lot of people like to compare that to Beanie Babies, but this is totally different. This is like collectible memorabilia. This is nostalgic. So everything you buy, if it's collectible, think about the legacy. People love Batman. VHS is a huge part of people's childhood. Me being from the 80s, Blockbuster and VHS rental is just an awesome memory that we went through. So that's why I picked this up. And once I saw that CGS advertisement come through looking for graders, I said, we're going to pick this up. I might send this for grading. I've got mine listed for $200, but there are sales from, like I said, $600 down to $40. I really don't know the true value of this. So we're going to try to sell it for $200, but maybe take whatever, maybe get it graded. Found a bag of vintage Christmas ornaments, paid $5 for these, and I've recently sold maybe 20 or so, maybe 30 I had. I'm not sure, that my grandmother had for, I think I sold for like $40. I had them on auction. They didn't go for what I want, but they were pretty much free. So I'm gonna do the same thing here, auction these, take what I get. It'll be more than $5. But look for vintage glass ornaments out there. Most people don't really value them too high. I'm finding this at estate sales. They might be a little bit of a premium at estate sales, but if you come across them for $5 and they're in good shape, then pick them up. An estate sale find here. I got this for $2. This holographic Mickey watch. It's not running. Maybe it's just a battery change that needs to be done. The band is okay. Did I already tell you the price on this? If I told you less than $2, I was lying. I paid $2 for it. Where did I see some wear? Oh, right here in this band. A little worn there. I think sales go for 15 bucks. So, I mean, the margin for this is pretty good. And Mickey is a huge collector item, character, yeah. Got 2 VCRs. This was from the Batman estate sale. $10 goes for about $70. Has the remote. I'll take that all day long. Hopefully it works. I haven't tested it yet. Usually VHS players work. Whoa, that's loud. Sometimes you got to worry about the belt inside them turning to mush. I got this for $5 as well, different place. No remote, goes for about 40 to 50, I believe. Could be wrong. It's a Magnavox. Did I tell you what the other one was? As I drop it and break it, this is a Magnavox as well. So apparently Magnavox has a large following of people who want to buy their items still to this day. Moving on. Okay, so yard sales were over. I was like, oh man, I'm tired. I've found as much as I can find. And sometimes you just don't want to keep going. I was ready to go home and have lunch. But I said, you know what? Let's stock back into Goodwill and see what happens. I don't do great at thrift stores. Thrift stores are not my favorite thing to do. But I stopped in and had a really good day. Start with the smallest thing first. Always check their electronic or their cord baskets where their remote controls and mice and cords are. Sometimes you can find older cords that are something someone has lost for their electronic and they're looking to replace it, don't want to buy a new one or can't find a new one, and you can be the person to sell that to them. This is an IBM laptop, I believe, adapter, charger, whatnot, and goes for, I think I see people having these things listed for like 40 bucks. I paid $2 for this. I'll sell it for 20 free shipping just to move it and get a pretty decent margin on that. And same location, found a Walkman. Love Sony Walkmans all the time. Have not tested it yet, and I think tomorrow is my last day to have it checked and returned if it doesn't work. I'm so lazy about checking things in time when I get to take it back to Goodwill because I will find things that don't work and I could have just returned it, but I didn't do it fast enough and I just waste money. So came with a case, which is awesome because just an extra thing to make yours stand out over someone else's. Cosmetically, it's in really good condition. Just hope the belt works. This was the first thing I think I ran into. I saw this big half off or something like that sign. These hardly used Carhartt waterproof boots. The bottom of these things are tremendous. A little bit of wear on the toe. Retails for $189. Got these for $20. I'll ask $100 plus shipping or best offer, something like that. That was like, all right, I'm good with just this. But I kept looking and I said I wouldn't do clothes, but jerseys are another exception too. This is another pretty good find here. I think this sells for $40, $30. Got it for $2. Newcastle United soccer jersey. Legit, not fake. It's really awesome. I like that. And because I was happy I found the other stuff, I'm like, shoot, let's keep on buying things. That's what gets me in trouble. I get excited and I keep on buying things. This Nike t-shirt looks hardly ever been used. Retro graphic. Reminds me of the 80s. Got that for, what is that, $2? I think t-shirts are $1.69, whatever they are. 15 bucks for shipping again. That seems to be the going rate for everything today. But then we walked over to Toys and laying there's this box of this doll and it's Pamela the living doll for $4 and comps were like 200. People were taking best offers off of 200. I have not opened her up yet. She's got her papers in here, everything, sticker still on it. That makes it awesome. What did they pay for this retail? As I drop it and break it, they paid $25. Well, that's not good. Now the window is torn up a little bit. Good job, me. That's okay. It's old. It's going to happen. And to top my week off, I found this vintage Lego Black Seas Barracuda pirate ship. It was in this bag you might have saw a few minutes ago, but it spilled everywhere as I was trying to do it with one hand. So we got it out. Anyway, I've been buying toys from this lady for about a year that her son used to have. He had some old wrestling figures and WWF things, and she's contacted me saying, I've got some Lego sets. Would you be interested? I said, absolutely. This took like 3 months to get. I would miss her message. She would miss mine. Finally, we got together, but she said she had had a car accident and got rear-ended, and there was some varnish in the back of her trunk that got spilled, and I just knew she was going to say it got all over the set, but luckily that wasn't the case. So I finally picked this up, paid $50. If it's complete, it'll go for about $300, $350, something like that. I think that's what Comp said. So now I'm tasked with going through and counting all the pieces, which will be a hoot. I just cannot wait to count pieces. I don't see instructions anywhere, so already we're not 100% complete. But I believe on the Lego website you can get directions. I'm not sure they're vintage items. So anyway, that will be fun to count. Cannot wait. But it was a good weekend. I'm hoping it stays that way. We're trying to raise that 90-day total, and so far, so good. So I think I did really good this weekend. I hope you did too. This is a wrap for me. I do want to say one more thing actually. If you're ever out there hunting, you're not finding anything, you're striking out, you're tired, you don't want to go to any more places, go to the next spot. You never know what you're going to find. That saying, you miss every shot you don't take, that applies here. Had I not gone to Goodwill, I would have never found that doll or those Carhartt boots. It does stink when you're not winning, you don't want to play the game anymore, but try the next spot. You never know what you'll find. Good luck, guys. Keep hunting, and as always, have a great flipping day.